Hi guys, I'm Ayana and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, but with the twist, I'm going to be recommending you books. So in my previous video, I did a review for the Honeymooners and I said that I was going to be doing a book review for fake dating slash fake married stories if anybody asks, and like 2 people asked, so I took what I got and I ran with it. Okay, if you want enemies to lovers or any other like specific trope recommendations, let me know. So sadly, I'm not going to be holding up the books for this video because I do not want to get any makeup on my books. But I'll just put the pictures on the screen and I'll leave the Goodreads link down below, so it'll make it a lot easier for you guys to check it out. So the first book I'm going to recommend is Autobots I Loved Before by Jenny Han. And this is actually one of my all-time favorite books. Like, this is a book that I read before I joined BookTube. Like, before I even knew about what BookTube was. Like, I was so in love with this book. I remember my senior year, the second book had came out and I was like carrying the book around with me everywhere. So if you don't know what To Autobots I Loved Before is, do you live under a rock? To Autobots I Loved Before is a story about a girl named Laura Jean who writes letters to guys that she liked or loved, that she had like a crush on, and she wouldn't send it to them. She would just like write them, put them in the box, and then put the box away and just like move on with her life, until one day the letters get like mailed out and one of the guys she wrote to was actually her sister's boyfriend. So to avoid that, she dates this guy named Peter Kavinsky, who is also just like, he's trying to make sure his girlfriend, like his on and off again girlfriend, knows that he's done for good. So him and Laura Jean date because they both get like something out of it. And this book has 3 books in a series and I love all 3 books. A lot of people don't like Peter Kavinsky, but I love Peter Kavinsky. Peter Kavinsky is my dream guy. Like, I don't know, Peter Kavinsky is just that man, you know, like he's that guy. And the movie is good too. Like, I love the movie just as much as I love the book. And the second book is coming out soon. I think it's coming out this summer. I don't know, maybe that's just wishful thinking, but I'm like 2% sure it's coming out this summer. And the first movie is really good. And I'm just so excited. The first movie was really good. I'm just so excited for the second movie because now when I do my rereads, I'll have movies to watch afterwards, which is like amazing because I reread To Autobots I Loved Before maybe 3 times a year. I never get tired of it. Never. So the next book that I want to recommend you is The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. And this is actually has a black main character. The last book had an Korean American main character. And this book is about a girl and she is, I forgot what I think her sister's in town, so like they like got a hotel or something, or maybe, yeah, I think it was something like her sister was in town, so they got a hotel or something like that. And this guy, he's in town because his like someone he knows is getting married, and so I think it's his ex-girlfriend. I'm pretty sure it's his ex-girlfriend. It's like marrying his friend or something like that. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. Like, I don't reread this book as much as I read To Autobots I Loved Before. So unlike To Autobots I Loved Before, I don't know this book like I know the back of my hand. But anyways, so they meet in an elevator where they got stuck, and he's like telling her life problems, and she's telling him, like, he's telling her his life problems, she's telling her life problems, and like he tells her about like the wedding or whatever. And at first she's like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, can you go with me? And at first she's like, nah. And then she's like, whatever, I'll go. So she pretends to be his girlfriend to the wedding. I'm pretty sure it was his ex-girlfriend because there's no other reason why you would pretend to be somebody else's girlfriend. So she pretends to be his girlfriend. It was really, really cute. And the only, like, I gave it 5 stars, but thinking back on it, like, the main character, like, how they were, like, the arguments that they got into was really, really annoying. And this was actually my first, like, adult book. this is like the first time I've ever read anything that wasn't like YA, and I really enjoyed it. The smut did throw me off because it's not that I wasn't expecting it, I just didn't realize it. That's the same thing as not expecting it. But I guess I wasn't expecting it, but I wasn't like thrown off by it or anything. I was just like, whoa, well, didn't see that coming. That's what she said. The smell was pretty good too because it didn't go like too into it. It wasn't like a fade to black thing, but it wasn't like something like, oh, we're gonna talk about everything that happens. Like, no, like it was really good. The only thing is the main guy character, I won't say he was immature, but the arguments that they got into was really annoying. And he is like the typical like playboy kind of character, so he wasn't like into he wasn't like he's just a typical playboy character, like the kind of guy who doesn't date girls for too long, and he doesn't know how to commit, and blah blah. Like, you know. So the next book I'm gonna recommend is a book that I actually really enjoyed, and this book is Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. And if you've seen my review, then like you already know how I feel about this book. But I really love the Honeymooners. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It is my new all-time favorite book. Like, I don't know. First of all, I said hate to love fake dating romance, which, like, you don't get a lot of. Like, if you go to Wattpad, you'll get a lot of that. But, like, you don't get a lot of it in books, you know? And to Autobots I Love Before, it wasn't, like, a hate to love kind of thing. It was just characters that you wouldn't typically, like, see together and, like, do it. Like, they're, I don't know. But it wasn't, like, hate to love. And the wedding date wasn't hate to love either because they had just met. They didn't know each other, so how could they hate each other? With this one, like, they did not like each other. So the main characters, she has a twin sister, and her twin sister is getting married. And the guy she's marrying name is, the main character's name is Olive. The twin sister name is Amy. And the guy she's marrying name is Dane. And Dane's older brother name is Ethan. So the main character, Olive, and Ethan do not get along, and so the sister Amy is like, she really loves like coupons and getting deals, and so she got a deal for like this buffet for their wedding, like after, I think for like the reception, and like everyone ends up getting sick, and even like the bride and groom, so they can't go on like their trip to Hawaii. And since Amy and Olive are twins, Amy convinces Olive to go to Hawaii, and Ethan convinces and Dane convinces his older brother Ethan to go to Hawaii too. So they're like in Hawaii together. I mean, like, they know each other's gonna be there and stuff because they have to like fake being married. They actually don't have to, like, they really didn't have to fake being married for real. But they end up like running into some trouble. Like, his ex-girlfriend was there, and her like new boss was there, and she was supposed to be starting a job, but she pretends like she was on, like, she didn't start because she was at her honeymoon. And so they have to like actually like fake date, like fake being married. And I just love it so much because they hate each other and they argue, and it's just so beautiful, like how much they hate each other and how much they don't get along. I don't know, I just love it so much. Like, I just love when characters can argue, like when it can just, like, I don't know what it is about hate to love. I just find like friends to lovers and strangers to lovers so boring because they follow like this basic like standard. Whereas to hate to love, like, you have something, like, they don't meet and they're like insta, like, you never get like an insta love. You get an insta hate, but you don't get an insta love with them. Like, they meet and like something will happen, or they already like known each other and they just don't like each other and they just don't get along. But you never get like they automatically like each other. But anyways, I really like that book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So the next book I want to recommend is The Kiss Thief by L.J. Shane. And this one is about a girl who in an Italian family, and her dad owns like some kind of store or whatever. And so there's like this really big dance, and pretty sure her dad is in the mob. Pretty sure. There's like this really big like important dance, and she wants to go to college, but her dad like won't let her because her dad is very like misogynistic, and not cool. Like, he does not want her to, like, all he wants is her to have babies and be a mom and like all that like shit that should have been left in like the 50s. But whatever. And so she goes to this dance or whatever. It's like a really important dance, and she's like 19, by the way, so it's not a school dance. Like, it's actually like any like important people are there. And she meets this guy, and like she just automatically decides that she doesn't like him. And then they dance, and then they like she doesn't like him because of his attitude, so she has a reason at this point. And she's telling him about this box of like fate, and how like on this night she was gonna kiss the love of her life or whatever. And so then she like goes outside, and she's expecting like this guy that she had been like in talking to, who I think was an absolute creep, by the way. And she kisses this dude. She kisses him, and then she realizes it's the guy that she was dancing with that she didn't like. So like now she's furious. And then so like she goes home, and she's like, I hate that. I freaking hate that dude. Like, but whatever. I'm never gonna see him again. Until he comes to her house, and he's like, I'm taking you as my wife. And she's like, excuse me? And her dad like follows along with it, and he's like, yeah, because the guy is like manipulating her dad. He's like a senator, I believe, but he's like only 30 and she's 19. So the age gap is weird, but I mean, I like older guys, so I can't complain. And I like this story, but the thing about LJ Shin books is all her books in the same way. Like, all of her books, like I was reading this series, like the All Saying Hi series, and like I could not finish her books because all of her books in the exact same way, which is married with a kid. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just so tired of reading that. Like with the Honeymooners, like they always end up like married or getting engaged or blah blah blah. And like, can the books just end like, I don't know, like how it ends? Like, I don't know, why do they always have to end married with a kid, getting married? It's just so repetitive and like boring, and that ruined the book for me. And also like just the middle to the end of her books are just never that like the best to me. Like, they could be done a little bit better, but I mean, whatever. So I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars, 3 out of 5 stars. But I didn't hate it. Like, I really liked it. It was Hate to Love once again, which we stand. And it was a really good Hate to Love. And the last 2 books I have to recommend you guys are actually a part of a series. And these books, they're called the Wild Season series. I've only read the first 2 books. Oh no, this is not the lipstick I want to put on. I only read the first 2 books, and I gave them both 3 stars. They weren't bad, they just weren't my cup of tea. Like I told you guys, I prefer Hate to Love. Like, I don't really care for when people like strangers meet and then think it's cute and they like fall in, like, you know, like I don't really care for all that kind of stuff. Like, so the first book is called Sweet Filthy Thing, and it wasn't bad, but it was just very like, I don't know. Okay, so the book is, this girl just graduated, and she like goes to Vegas with her friends, and the guy is just there to just hang out with his friends or whatever. So they meet up because she just came from a party. Like, her and her 2 friends just came from a party, and they were being loud, so she went over there and she seen he was hot, and so that's what happened. And then they like meet in the lobby, and they decide to like hang out together that night, and they wake up and they're all like married. They got married in Vegas. And like, my favorite song by Katy Perry is Waking Up in Vegas. Like, I love that song, and I think that song would be perfect for this series if I cared about this series. It's not that the series is bad or anything, it's just very like cute and all that stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea, if you see what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not bad, like it's not terrible. I guess I'm just so used to like Hate to Love, and like they were just like too like, they were like so like okay with it. Like, I don't know. And it was like cute or whatever though. Like, I'll give it that. And then the next book in the series is called Dirty Rowdy Thing, and that one they're more like standoffish. Like they're more so like enemies with benefits, and that's cool or whatever, but it just still had like an undertone of like not full on like enemies or hate. Like it was like, oh, we like secretly hate each other, but like I like him, like, you know what I'm trying to say. And for the like any other time that would be cool, but in this instance it was just like very weird because he was her ex-husband and they were only married for like 24 hours. Whereas in the other book, like him and the other girl decided to stay married for the summer so they could like have a summer fling, where in this one she was like, nah, like we're getting divorced ASAP, no Rocky. And I don't know, it just wasn't that good to me. This is also another Christina Lauren book, by the way, so there's like 2 Christina Lauren books, well 3, because I mean even though it's a series, like there are 3 different books. And this book has like 4 books in the series, but honestly I did not care. Like I do not care about this. It's not really like, it's not really fake dating, but it is at the same time. In the first one they are, but like not really in the other 2 because they were divorced. So, but it's a series, and I don't know, if you're into like cute stuff you'll like this. I just didn't like it because it was just very like, I don't know, I'm more of a hate to lovers gal if I say so myself, and this wasn't giving me the kind of tea that your girl wanted, which is fine. Like, it was still, the writing was good. The smut in the second book was so amazing. Like it was so good. Like the smut in the first book was good too, but the smut in the second book was just my kind of thing. Like it was my kind of thing, you know. I'm not about to expose myself here, so we're just gonna leave it at that. But beautiful. And so yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know if you would like some more recommendations. If you want some more recommendations, because I would love to recommendations. I want to keep doing recommendations on my channel. Like I want to do, it's really weird because I've been in such like a contemporary kick. Well, the contemporary kick is over now, but I was in such a contemporary kick, and like I don't really read contemporary like that. I really read every other romance. Like I do read contemporary dark romance, but besides that, like outside of that, I don't really read contemporary romance. Like I read new adult dark romances or adult dark romances. Like I don't read YA contemporary. So, but I've been really into contemporary lately. I guess if you want like more, like I want to do more recommendations. Like I want to do recommendations for people who are just getting into reading, and recommendations for like, I do want to do like basic contemporary recommendations because there aren't any. Recommendations for books with people of color. Like I want to do so many recommendations. I want to do like my fave like fantasy books. Like I want to do so many like of those kind of videos. So if you would like to see those, let me know and I'll get with you. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to join my cult. And yeah.